everyone, this is Final Prophecy Watch. We're just making this very quick video because Ferguson, Missouri is really popping off. And there's shots have been fired. This is the situation there's protesters protesting because of Michael Brown that was shot. That started all this. It's been going on for a while now, and but today shots are being fired by police. There's National Guard and police are there, and they have all kinds of tanks and weapons and things that are used that they used in war in the Middle East, and then they bring it back to the United States and use it against the citizens. Great, wonderful. Anyway, this reminds me of something I saw happening a very long time ago, many moons ago, in Czechoslovakia, I think, in the 60s, when Russia moved into Czechoslovakia. So America is being occupied by somebody. But anyway, that's what's going on. So it's happening in America now. And America's, the different states have always been united but had their separate identities. And we'll see if this is going to make it more to where each state is like its own entity in a more broad sense, or whether it will actually unite all the states and the people. Because the cops and the National Guard are throwing tear gas into the crowd. And it's been my personal experience that law enforcement has become ridiculous for just normal things. They overreact. And now they're just being silly. They're just boys with their toys. And, what are you going to do about it? It's very Mad Max and Road Warrior, the way they're sitting on their cars and they're have special vehicles. It's just very Road Warrior. So the police have gotten out of control in Ferguson, Missouri. And the police are no longer on the side of the people. A very, very, very long time ago in the 70s, I helped the people of Waiāhole, Waikane fight against development that was going on in Hawaii, in pristine land. And it was very much like that situation, except the people were more organized and used peaceful non-compliance rather than violence. And these people, as far as I know, in Ferguson, Missouri, aren't really violent. It's hard to tell right now because of people were throwing rocks. But anyway, back to the story of Waiāhole, Waikane. They weren't violent at all. We weren't violent at all. We just stood in front of the bulldozers. But point is, back then, in the 70s, that was 70, I don't remember, 9 or 78, 77, something like that. The people and the police, the police wouldn't completely hurt the people in this manner because they knew them and they were related and they were of the same community. And that used to be our experience in our community with police officers. Were very lovely and helpful. And lately, it's not that way anymore. It's like they're not part of the community. But it's becoming a little better here. Perhaps because Hawaii is a very aloha state. But anyway, this is very sad to see what's going on. And, it looks a little bit like Kent State, but, So it seems like maybe this civil war they've been talking about forever is sort of beginning. And it's just sort of, really, the attitude seems to be coming across, we have all this equipment. We can do whatever we want to you. What are you going to do about it? So, as far as I can tell right now, the God of carnage rules. Law is put in place and held in place by who has a bigger gun or who has a bigger bomb or violence. That's all it is. What can be done about it? People, if they feel they're being treated inappropriately, need to conduct themselves in a calm manner, an orderly manner, because hopping off and doing violent acts back to police officers or to National Guard, that's not going to help you, that's only going to hurt you. You do have to stay calm. I used to think that when people like Alex Jones would say, stay calm, don't be violent back, just, we didn't really say stay calm, he said don't be violent back. But he's right. I used to think that, is violence the only thing that anybody understands? I guess so. But there is a point where if people who are behaving like just simple bullies and cowards are put to shame by everybody on social media and shown to be cowards and bullies and being silly, using things that are supposed to be for war against their own people, and against something that could easily be dealt with just by simple law enforcement. All this isn't necessary. Then that helps. I will say this though: in Waiāhole, Waikane, there were communist agitators present at the time. And they're saying the people, Mr. I think Malik Shabbat, a lawyer who's helping the protesters in Ferguson, Missouri, he's saying that there's agitators. He doesn't know who they are, but they are. He doesn't want to say exactly what group they're with. He's saying they're anarchists, and they're saying it's kind of like what happened during some of the protests against the World Trade Organization. I think that was in Seattle, Battle for Seattle. Anyway, this is starting to feel very much like it did in the early 70s and right around the time of Kent State, those events, getting very similar. And I do want to say that I do recognize the scene of the tanks rolling into Czechoslovakia in the 60s, and these armored vehicles and snipers, and I'm talking about the police and National Guard. It's like the police are militarized, obviously, moving into Ferguson, Missouri. So here we go. Everybody, it is good to remain calm and be in the moment, and understand that all things happen in order to move us to a higher state, and that good is all there is, and anything that seems bad is only when we utilize our ego and we get all up in a tizzy because we get our egos all upset and we want to run around and prove that we're better than someone else, or because it feels good to bully somebody else. It's hard to stay calm, but it's important to do so. And if you stay calm in the moment and intelligent and utilize structures like sports and martial arts and exercise, and just do your proper daily routines. Don't pop off, it's not going to help you. If you want to do something, do it with intelligence. Right now is not a good time for trash talk. We all get caught up in it, but it's better to be intellectually sound, intelligent, calm, and just tell people how you feel. And right now, if you want to cover your face because you feel like somebody's going to hurt you, I understand. But don't insult other people and then hide your own face, because that just makes you look like a coward. You know who you are. Okay. This is Final Prophecy Watch. You stay frosty.
Axe Black Chill gives you sex appeal.
Now,
Axe Black
last
Chill
night
gives you sex
I got
appeal.
this new deodorant,
Axe Black Chill
Axe
gives
Black
you
Chill.
sex appeal.
It made me
So
stronger.
buy
It
Axe
made me
now.
feel better, made me more confident. And gee, the guys are calling.
Axe Black
So get
Chill
some
gives
Axe
you sex
Black
appeal.
Chill.
Axe Black Chill gives you sex appeal.
The guys are calling, so get some Axe Black Chill.